The new KOA shop event is here, and with this event comes the opportunity to increase our stats, to increase our troops, to increase our strongholds and things like that. Let's go and have a look and see what exactly is involved in this latest event and how my KOA Ultimate Document can help you guys out to maximize out on your points throughout this event. Let's go have a look. Hey guys, Mountain here, bringing you another event video where we're talking about the new shop event, the Easter egg event magic workshop. Today we're going to have a look at what exactly is entailed in the shop events so that you can be prepared and plan ahead, as well as see how my KOA Ultimate Document that I created can help you to maximize out on your points. Now, before we start, guys, if you like my videos, if you like KOA content and golem marches and updates and things like that, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification icon, so that you will know every time when I launch one of these videos, and you can be one of the first to be prepared for what is coming in the game. Right, that aside, guys, let's go and have a look at the actual event itself, and let's go have a look at the shop. Right, so if we go to the main game, there we go. I remember to switch over straight away this time. Okay, so the magic workshop is what it is called. And like normal, you get your login rewards. You'll also get your default login that every time you log into the game for the first time, you'll get the opportunity to claim, and you will receive some of these potions, this magic dye from that as well. So you'll be able to get a couple every single day just by logging in, and you'll be able to get a couple of them extra by logging in. Right, let's just quickly go and have a look at the mail. Here we go. So this is what you're going to get for logging in every day. I got 50 times 600 iron, 5 times 60 minutes speed ups, 3 magic dice, 50 times 150 silver, and 20 times 5 minutes speed ups. So you'll get that as well as these every day. Then every day for the 7 days of the event, you will be given new tasks. Today's task is increase your highest gemstone score by 10,000 points and then upwards. And that goes all the way up to what looks like 10,490,000. And you can get quite a few of these by being a free-to-play player and planning ahead. The second task for today is use 4 lucky shot coins. Now, before we continue with that, I just want to show you what to expect in the event. And to do that, we're actually going to go through and we're going to have a look at the Excel document. And here we go. You'll see on the left-hand side is all the event items itself, the different parts of the different days, starting with, let's see, emblem upgrades, construction speed-ups, stamina spending, equipment upgrades, research speed-ups, philosopher's stones, hero weapons upgrades, lucky shot arrows, artifacts upgrade, spend gold, recharge gold, troop training, war scrolls, statue upgrades, gold hero horns, gem upgrades, and hero upgrades. Now I've also color coded them to try and make a bit more sense for you guys. All the blue ones, main focus of that is going to be for your stats increase. So your emblem upgrades, equipment, hero weapons upgrades, artifacts, statues, gems, and hero upgrades. The main focus of doing those is for hero stats increases. So if that's where you're trying to really improve, those are the ones you're going to maximize out on. Then you've got the main focus being power and growth. That's your construction speed-ups, research speed-ups, philosopher's stones, troop training, war scrolls, and gold hero horns. Then you've got the yellow ones, which is main focus is supporting. Now, what I mean by that is they don't directly do something particular in terms of either growth or stats, but they support growth or stats in one way or another. Stamina spending, that's going to be where you're hunting monsters and doing barbarian rallies, and that's going to support in terms of giving you philosopher's stones for your philosopher's upgrades. It's going to give you speed ups that you're going to utilize for either research or construction or troops. It's going to give you resources that you need for this construction, for training troops and things like that. So the yellow ones are more focused on supporting the other two sets of items. Now, the order of the actual shop event does vary. Every shop event, it's a totally different setup. So I can't turn around and say to you, on day one is going to be this and that, and on day two is going to be this and that. You just need to be prepared for whichever one does come up. Now, unfortunately, KOA doesn't always think ahead. So, for example, with this recent Merlin event we had one of the days was training troops. And then you get the Avalon Achievement event, which is whenever you train troops, you also get, depending on how many troops you train, excuse me, you get those vouchers to give you 5,000 extra training once off, or 20,000 extra training once off, and things like that. And instead of having it on the same day as the troop training, they had it 2 days before the troop training, which unfortunately meant that a lot of people spent a lot of their troop training on those days and missed out on the Merlin event day. And there are a lot of kingdoms that actually did not succeed in finishing the Merlin event, unfortunately for them. But yeah, so bear in mind that the order that they put it in doesn't always make sense. So just make sure you are pre-planned and pre-prepared for every single one of these. Now, how can my KOA Ultimate document help you? And again, the link for this document will be down in the description. But let's go and have a look again at today's task. Okay, so today's task is specifically the upgrade part of it is going to be increase your highest gemstone score by 10,000 points and higher. Okay, so we want to maximize out on these points as much as possible, but we don't necessarily know what we can do. So in terms of, okay, let's go look at my gems here. Let's go see what I've got. So here I've got a gem that I can enhance that is going to go from epic dream jewel to legendary dream jewel. Now I've got a fair amount of enhancement stuff available. Potentially you've got more, potentially you've got a lot more. And you might be sitting back going, I don't know if it's worth it to upgrade my one gem twice, for example, or to upgrade two different gems once each. You don't know how many points that's really going to give you. Well, that's where my document is going to help you. And it's not just for gems. It's going to help you in terms of your equipment as well. For example, what do? Do I enhance my one piece of equipment further, or do I activate the next piece of equipment, or do I activate the next piece of equipment and enhance that one once, or do I just enhance two of the smaller ones? That's where the document is going to help you. So let's go and have a look at the document itself again, and I will show you exactly how that works. So if we go to the shop planning tab, this is where it's going to give you your section with gems, upgrades, emblems, artifacts, equipment, hero weapons, and statue upgrades. And today we're going to be obviously focusing on gem upgrades. So what do? The top piece here where it says current Lord points, we're going to put that in. And we're going to select here what gem it is that we want to upgrade and where we want to end up taking it to. And I'm going to show you an example now of how to actually use this properly. So if we go back to the main game and I go look at what my current gemstone points are, I click on more information and I scroll all the way down to the bottom. And there we go, it says high scores. My current gemstone score is 2,972,001. So we're going to put that information on the document, 2,972,001. All right, so let's go back here and we're going to say 2,972,001. Okay, so that's where we're starting off. And we're going to say, I'm going to take my dream. Let's go down to dream. Here we go. I'm going to take my epic dream. And I'm going to make my epic dream upgrade by, oh, I went too far there, sorry. And I'm going to upgrade my epic dream one time to legendary and see how many points that is going to give me. So I'm going to be increasing my points by a total of 157,437. Now, if I go back to the game itself, 157,000, let's remember that. And I go look at what rewards that's going to get me. If I go here, 157,000, it's only going to get me the first three rewards. So it's going to be 10, 6, and 2. I'm going to be getting 18 of these magic dies. Okay. Now, if I go back and I say, hang on a second, I've got the potential to upgrade 2 epic dreams to legendary, or I've got 1 epic dream that I can enhance even further. Okay, so we're going to go where we well, actually, because legendary is the highest I can get, I'm going to go slightly down. I'm going to just say rare dream here, and I'm going to say rare dream here. Again, this is just to show you the difference. And I'm going to then say I'm going to upgrade that to epic, and I'm going to upgrade this one to epic. Now remember, you won't see the drop downs on the list that when I do it here. So if I select this drop down arrow here on your screen, you actually can't see the drop down, but I assure you it is then when you have the document, you will see for yourself. So if I take 2 rare dreams and I upgrade them both to epic, I will get an increase of 142,000 points. Now, what happens if I instead upgrade 1 rare dream to legendary instead of epic? Instead of 2 epics, I'm going to get 228,859 points. So I'm going to sit back and go, right, I'm going to put in the gems and I'm going to put in my different options and see which option is going to give me the best results. That is what I'm going to be working with for this shop event. Now, you might be sitting back saying, but I want to balance out my stats boost. That's fine. You can do that, because once you've taken your rare dream and upgraded it to legendary, for example, just to get your shop points I'm talking about, afterwards you can always dismantle it and level it up to epic and level up your next one to epic as well. Your points will technically be lower overall, but your highest point during the event will have been to this legendary point, and you will get the extra points in your shop event. And now this has a knock-on effect. So what happens is the next shop event, because your highest points was legendary, you're going to have to do better than legendary or a second legendary to make it there, which you should be able to do. So you'll be able to upgrade to the highest points possible and then dismantle and get it to where you need it to be for your stats. Let me explain that a little bit better as well for you. So let's say, for example, I'm doing my first sanguine gem. Okay. So we're going to come up to here and we're going to say, I'm going to go from rare dream to basic sanguine. Okay. There's basic sanguine. There we go. To basic sanguine. And this, we're just going to leave rare because that won't modify my points in any way. So if I go from a rare dreamstone to a basic sanguine, I'm going to get a negative 47,000 points. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dismantle my rare dream, and I'm rather going to make my rare dream a flawless rare dream, for example, or a precious rare dream. Or I'm going to dismantle it altogether and create my sanguine and then upgrade my sanguine to get the points. So if I go back to precious, it's 2,900 points increase. Or I just dismantle it completely and I go, all right, I'm going to have a basic sanguine, and I'm going to now upgrade my basic sanguine to a precious sanguine, and I'm going to upgrade 1 rare dream or 1 epic dream to 1 legendary dream, and I'm going to have a total of 179,000 points. Maybe if I've got enough, I can go to flawless sanguine, and it's going to give me an extra 251,000 points. The point is, at the end of the day, that this document is going to help you to start feeling around and saying, right, these are my options. Should I be going all the way into this? Should I be going all the way into that? Should I put some here, some here? How am I going to maximize out on the points? And this is exactly how you're going to do it. And the same thing applies for your emblems, for your equipment, for your artifacts, your hero weapons, and your statues. This document is going to help you to maximize out on what your total points are going to be, so that it's easier for you to plan and know what are you doing. So for example, again, if I'm going to, let's go to the equipment. This is a very common one at the moment because people have started with the Hellsbane. And I'm sitting, for example, with an Empyrean +3, and I'm trying to figure out, is it better for me to go Empyrean +3 to Hellsbane +1 and then maybe upgrade it? Or is it better for me to dismantle my Imperium plus 3, go to Imperium plus 2, make that a Hell's Bane 0, and then try and upgrade that? So let's have a look. Imperium plus 3, going through to Hell's Bane plus 1. I actually lose 500,000 points. That's a hell of a lot of points to lose out on. So what if I dismantle it and I rather go to Imperium plus 2, and then I go to Hell's Bane and Hell's Bane plus 1. If I upgrade to that plus 1, I'm going to go up by 927,000 points. Now, in my particular case altogether, I've got an Imperium plus 3 that I could go to Hell's Bane plus 1, and I've got a Hell's Bane that I can take to Hell's Bane plus 1. Now, if I do it exactly like that, and I just straightforward upgrade my Imperium plus 3 to Hell's Bane plus 1, because of that minus amount that I'm getting, it's going to give me a negative at the end of the day. Now, this is my version of the document, which I have been working on, so it's a bit higgledy-piggledy, that's why I had to put the number in myself. But there we go. So if I do it like this, I'm going to go up by 407,000 points. But if I dismantle this and I go back to Imperium plus 2 and make that Imperium to Hell's Bane and then upgrade to Hell's Bane, I'm actually going to be going up by 1.8 million. That's an additional 1.4 million points just by managing how I do the upgrade correctly. So that's why this document is going to help you out, and this is how it's going to help you out. Right, so let's go back to this shop upgrade event page, and I can explain to you what to expect on each of these shop event days. Excuse me. Okay, so Emblem Upgrades, your dragon upgrades. Simple as that. If you are new to the game or relatively new, you'll be doing a lot of portal monsters. You might have the water drakes. If you've been doing your spirit ceremonies, you might end up having your scarlet drakes and things like that. Or you might be lucky enough that you've gotten yourself the Lionheart finally and you're ready to upgrade. Effectively, that is what is going to be on the day, Emblem Upgrades. We're going to go through the blue ones first, then the green ones and the yellow ones. Equipment upgrade, again, new item of equipment is the Hell's Bane armor. Hopefully you've been saving up what you have gotten to get that. I do expect the ingots for the Hell's Bane armor to start coming out in a couple of weeks to the Barbarian rallies, so that you guys can start getting more of those ingots. But for now, the only way to have gotten it was through things like the Honors Pass and the events. So hopefully you managed to get some and you've saved them up. Hero weapons upgrades, again, a lot of this is available for free in the Alliance stores and through the Merlin trials and that sort of thing, so hopefully you've been saving those. Artifacts upgrade, a little bit more difficult than the others. They don't come as easily, the items for it. But if you've been doing your Black Horns of Skane and you haven't got all R5 artifacts, you've got a chance of getting that. With regards to artifacts, a lot of people ask me very often, why aren't artifacts not getting the love that they deserve? And to be honest with you, as far as I understand, there is a rumor. And again, guys, this is just a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, so take it with a pinch of salt. But there is a rumor that artifacts are going to be making their way out of the game eventually. And that's why they haven't been concentrating on it. And it does kind of make sense, because if you think about it, hero weapons have had multiple upgrades. Equipment had multiple upgrades. Statues have had multiple upgrades. Emblems have had multiple upgrades. And the artifacts are still not being touched. So that's probably... I'm leaning towards that being more of a possibility. Every time a new piece of equipment comes out, that's not an artifact. Statue upgrades, the latest statue did come out, and if you have been lucky enough, you've got enough fragments for it. The Honors Pass did change, so you no longer get enough parts for an upgrade by doing 2 Honors Passes. It used to be that you could do 2 Honors Passes and get enough items for an upgrade. So for example, this new Hell's Bane equipment, a month and a half, 2 months ago sort of thing, with the Honors Passes, you would have got per Honors Pass 50 parts, which meant you would have had enough for 1 Hell's Bane upgrade after 2 Honors Passes, but they have changed that. It seems to be between 30 and 36 is what you get now. So they do expect you to spend some money somewhere. So if you are a free-to-play player and you just cannot spend at all, you don't work, or you're in school or something like that, you're going to be waiting a while for those parts to upgrade. But if you can spend a little bit, you might want to spend just that little bit to get you over the edge into moving to that piece of equipment that's necessary. And I'll show you that also in the video just now when we go over the supporting stuff as well. Where were we? Okay, so gems upgrades, again, a lot of gem parts and stuff you can get for free in the game, doing your alliance stores, doing your Merlin trials and that sort of thing. And then the new one, hero upgrades. Now, a lot of people are very confused when it comes to hero upgrades. So I'm going to try and explain it to you as simply as I can. Right, so this is how hero upgrades works. You get points. Let's just take Golo, for example. Okay. You get points for each one of these skills here at the bottom that you open up on that day during the event. Not that you level up, that you open up. Meaning, let's have a look here. So, for example, Aurelius Pendragon, if I unlocked this skill, I would get points for that. You do not get points for leveling up this skill. You can take it from level 1 to level 60. You will get 0 points for it. You'll only get points for unlocking the actual skill. And you will get points for upgrading the star power, the star upgrade of the hero. So if you're sitting in a situation where your entire council is sitting on, for example, 6 stars, fully upgraded, every skill unlocked, you're never going to get points for that part of the shop event. But then let's be realistic. If you've got your new heroes, NS3 heroes, NS2 heroes, NS1 heroes, everybody all at level 60, all 6 stars, you're a spender anyway. So the shop event doesn't really mean that much to you, other than the upgrade reduction event part of it. But for the rest of you, it's going to become increasingly difficult to do that, to get the points higher. I do not know why he is in place. That's a mistake. Right, let's go back here. So, for example, if I take my Madoc, I've got all of his skills unlocked. So I'm not going to get any points out of that. The only points I can get is if I manage to get enough fragments to level him up, or to have enough pieces to make him go up another star level. So I need another 14 pieces there. If I go look at Cadogan, similar thing here. I need 11 pieces, and I'll be able to get his up a 1-star level. And the other way that it works is that you get more points for the rarity of the hero. If your heroes are blue, they're better, that you get more points than green. Purple gets more points than blue. Gold gets more points than purple. NS1 gets more points than gold normal. NS2 gets more points than NS1. NS3 gets more points than NS2. And these new heroes I haven't seen yet, but I assume that these new heroes, if you can level them up, they are going to give you even more than the NS3 heroes can give you. So that is how this hero event actually, or the hero upgrades portion of it works. Right, construction speed-ups, research speed-ups, and philosopher's stones. Those you get from your daily work. You're doing your monsters, your barbarian rallies, and that sort of thing. You can get your philosopher's stones. You can get construction speed-ups, research speed-ups. You get them from doing your daily Merlin trials. Troop training, same thing, daily Merlin trials. War scrolls that you get by doing the Royal Arena. And hopefully you followed along with my other video of how to do the Royal Arena. I'll drop a card up there for you to see if you haven't seen that one yet. But it'll show you how to do the Royal Arena more efficiently for both yourself and the others who play the game. And that's going to give you your war scrolls. And then your gold hero horns is what you're going to be getting randomly through honest pass keys, through your daily grind and things like that. You know, you're going to get your gold horns in quite a few different places. But yeah, guys, that is the shop event in a nutshell. Hopefully it's been enough to make you aware of what to prepare for, how to plan, what you should be expecting to be coming out. as well as how to balance what to do. And again, the link to that KOA document is down in the description below. If you have been struggling, I've got quite a few messages that in the last 2 videos or something, the link hasn't worked. Well, that's because YouTube, in its infinite wisdom, decided to shorten the link that I put in the description, and a portion of the back is missing with just ... So I don't know why they did that, but I have fixed that link now, hopefully. Just follow the link down below and you should be able to download the document from the Mediafire server. And then don't forget, guys, the other thing is, as soon as day 1 of the event is over, today being the gems, you need to start planning from tomorrow your gems and saving up your gem upgrades for the next shop event, so that by the time the next shop event comes, you are as prepared as possible, because you started literally from the first day you possibly could. All right, one other thing that I wanted to explain to you guys quickly. If you have a look here, it will show you again the points that you need to go up and claim rewards. If you're utilizing my document and you see, for example, my gem upgrade was going to give 150,000 points. If I do that upgrade and I sit in between these two, that means I'm getting this reward here, but I'm not getting this one. I could potentially utilize more and upgrade more, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to get to this level here. Or it means that I can just get to this level and like buy a 1 or 2 point, for example. If you can get to the next level, then go for it. But if you end up somewhere in between, and rather, instead of upgrading twice and landing in between 2 markers, if you upgrade once and still get the same number of rewards, then rather do that and save the extra that you could have upgraded anyway for the next shop event. That way you're going to be maximizing out on what you can and cannot do in your shop event. The same with these lucky shots. You get for 4, for 10, for 20, and then for 50. I've got 37 at the moment, and you can actually make it that it lands on any exact number you want it to be. Okay, so I know that I'm not going to get to 50. I know that. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and achieve as much as I can in terms of getting the mats that I need by spending 20 lucky shot only. So I will spin lucky shot, I will throw the darts to a certain point, then refresh and do it again and refresh. And I might end up refreshing 4 or 5 times, for example. But I will end up on exactly 20 lucky shots being used. And then I can save that extra 17 lucky shots that wouldn't have given me any points here for the next shop event. Or lucky shot usually comes twice in the shop event. I'll save those 17 lucky shots for hopefully the second time we're doing it, and I'll have more from doing my daily quests, and maybe I'll be able to have the extra 3 that I need to get another 20, which means I get another whole bunch of rewards. And if I spend all 37 today, I'm on 0, and then I probably will not be well enough off to get more. So if you think about it that way. Let's quickly now have a look at the actual shop, what your rewards are. In the Easter shop, it's the same as it always is, guys. Your upgrades, your mats, and things like that. You can get a whole lot of food, iron, wood, and silver. 1,200 of these little bunny baskets is what you need. You can easily get that every single day. So on one day you can get all the food, one day you can get all the wood, one day you can get all the iron, one day you can get all the silver, for example. You can do all your upgrades. If you are planning on doing building, you definitely want to utilize these if you can utilize it. If you are lower than level 29, this is going to help you out immensely, because it brings it down everything by 33% for 5 days. It's brilliant. If you are above 29 but below 34, this is where this is going to help you. And I definitely will be utilizing this. Then in the color shop, you'll see your hero fragments are here. You can get 15 of the NS2s for 200 pieces. You can get 5 of the NS3s for 200 pieces, or you can get 5 of the new heroes for 800 pieces. They are more expensive. They're always going to be more expensive when they first come out. The next shop event, they're going to be just as expensive as it is here. And then the one after that, they're going to start potentially coming down in price. A lot of these other items are not worth spending on unless it's going to get you into the next bracket and the rewards is going to be more than you spend. So for example, if there's 250 Sun Hearts, it's going to get me to another level where I'm going to get, for example, 50 of the magic dice back, then yes, it's worth me spending the 20 to get the 50, so I increase by 30 basically at the end of the day. You got to be very ruthless with this. I know it's going to be tempting to jump in and purchase some stuff, but don't. This shop event lasts for 7 days. None of this goes away until the 7th day, so you can always save up right till the end and then work out what do you want to actually get as well. If you've got a lot of farms, make sure that at this point in time you are farming to get these daily mats here, your 1,200 points. Every single farm you've got can get all 4 of these during the event, guaranteed, which is a hell of a lot of resources for free. So make sure you are doing that. Right, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something. If you have, hit the like button and drop a comment down below. Let me know if you are prepared for this. What upgrades are you planning to do? If you've got something major planned, are you a free-to-play player that's been slowly building up? Are you a spending player that's been waiting tentatively for this new event so that you can spend and maximize out on points? Let me know what it's like in your KOA universe. Otherwise, guys, again, hit the subscribe and the bell notification icon so that you can be aware of whenever I make videos like this. Otherwise, guys, until the next video, be good, be well, and be safe. Bye.